तन्नो प्रचोदयात् मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Manu, Sanatana, if you want to talk in English or Telugu? No. If there is somebody non-Telugu speaking, so for the one person I need to speak in English, so I need to do justice. If everybody, you want me to talk in English? Telugu artham avutunda? Kind of. No మాట్లాడక్కర్లే, నేను మాట్లాడేది నీకు అర్థం అవుతుందా? మరి ఇంకేం, నా పని అయిపోయినట్టే. సో తెలుగు మాట్లాడని వాళ్ళు ఎవరూ లేరు కదా ఇక్కడ. బట్ ఫర్ యూ ఐ బిలీవ్, రైట్? Oh, then you push me to talk in English. You succeeded. I think let's start with a nice story. Ravana was born to a very, very, very big king called Shiva Prajapati. That means in today's world, you can understand, is the king deployed to take care of the universe, its creation. So everybody is supposed to report back to him. Did you ever hear the name of Ravana Asura? Ravana Asura. Even let's just say Ravana. Why even give this title? At the end of the discourse, we'll understand that whether we need to title him Asura or not. As of now, let's keep it neutral. There's a guy whose name is Ravana. He is born to a very great person. And his mother hails from a Asura dynasty, that is a negative thinking energy. You cannot say even a demon also. It's a negative thinking energy. You know, he has partial as father genes, partially as mother's genes. So what did he learn? What did he get because of his father genes? Is to become a devotee of a godly person, Shiva. And what did he learn from the negative, strong attitude of mother? That his bhakti was so strong, so fanatic, the way it can sound. So having a bhakti is different from having a unconditional, without even thinking. What could be the consequences? You love, but you do not know how you are loving. So this is called the love of a bear. It's, if you can understand the quality of a bear, the bear, if it loves you, it will lick you and then cut off your skin, drink the blood, eat your flesh. That's the result of its love. Now it gets angry with all its nails. It's going to tear you into pieces. So its love as also lands up killing you. Its fear and hatred for you also leads to killing you. So that kind of love he had for Shiva. But when people have that kind of a bhakti will not help them to understand what could be the softer side of bhakti and what could be the harsher side of bhakti. Kubera is supposed to be his elder brother. You know his Kubera? The guy from whom Venkateswara has taken a loan to get married. That's an easy way to remember. He is the fantastic banker. Kubera has a bank where money never finishes. Okay? Yeah. Where his bank is in Swarga. In a good place, in the good lokas, he has a very good bank. And Kubera had a desire to make a beautiful house. So he apparently, with all the blessings of the Vastu Purusha, And because of the blessings of Shiva, whatever it is, he makes up a good house in Lanka. He's living a wonderful life. Now, genuinely, what should have been the rule of life? That because Ravana's elder brother is supposed to be Kubera, you go, you can ask your brother, brother, please give me so beautiful palace. I really love Lanka. Why don't you give me? Any brother can go to the elder brother and ask. But if your elder brother says, my dear friend, this is my own, I made it all myself with all the blessings of Shankara, who is also your deity, you're not supposed to take it away from me. So, any one of us, if would have been at Ravana's place, would we snatch it from Kubera? No, right? We will not. We'll say, it's okay, elder brother, let me also pray Shiva and get a good house like that. But Ravana didn't do that. Surprisingly, he is again Shiva Bhakta. Like all of us go to temple, he can bring temple to his home. He's such strong, powerful devotee. He took it away from Kubera to the extent that he warned Kubera, you, next time I shouldn't see you, boy, man, I want to take care of you. So Kubera thought, one bloody life, man, why get to this fellow Ravana? He ran away. He didn't have the power and guts to show up to Ravana. Ravana came, had a huge celebration, did a very big Griha Pravesham, housewarming ceremony. He's living his life. He didn't stop there. He went on his expedition. One fine day, mother was doing puja on the seashore. Every day she does puja for Shiva. One fine day, the god and the lord of ocean has popped up, and one of his tides washes away the Saikata Shivalinga. Saikata Shivalinga is Shivalinga made out of the sand that's there on the seashore. And every day, look at how staunch Shiva devotee she is, Ravana's mother. Every day she goes and gives the prasad to Ravana. And that's how it's believed that Ravana is blessed. Nothing can come to Ravana, and yet he is not married by them. One day it doesn't happen because one of the tides washed away the Shiva before she could offer the prasada. She goes home crying. But somewhere she's also still logical and practical. She says, Kana, I couldn't get you prasada today, dear. And she'll be weeping. Ravana says, what the hell, why my mom is crying? This is not acceptable. She says, what happened to you? And Ravana is a very smart fellow. Very, very smart fellow. He's highly educated. He did study a lot of books. He's the only person who could match Hanumanji in Vyakarana Shastra. That means he's fantastic with the scriptures and deciphering them. So she says, I was doing puja as usual. One of the tide came and washed it away. Then Ravana says, no, it is not that simple. Dare not. The god of ocean can come and take away your Shivalinga and stop. Then he'll think it goes to next level. He thinks maybe there's something else. A big thinking has happened. There's a think tank that's there behind this act. Then he'll think default there would have been Indra. Everybody would have come and then would have taken a decision. So it's not your problem. So don't cry. I cannot see you weeping. I will get you the Shivalinga that never came onto the earth. Then she asked, what are you going to get? I said, I get Shiva's atma linga. And whom does he pray? Whom does he pray? And what he wanted? If you remove atma from Shiva, does Shiva exist anymore? Is that a bhakti? But it's a bhakti still. It existed. Shiva doesn't get angry on such bhaktas in spite. Fella went, did tapasya. Shankara came. But Parvati has come to know. She is also settled in a poor wife who loves her husband, very Sanatani, She can't live. If there is no atma, there is no soul. What does mean by soul here? Can you see soul? Can you see soul? No. Then what is soul? You know what is soul? Do you know what is atma? You do not know, you tell you do not know. You know, then I don't have to tell you. Should I tell or shouldn't I? Okay. Now I'll tell you in a very, very simple language what is atma. When you do deeds or when you work, when you do your karma, when you do an action, this action is either good or bad. It cannot be semi. Either it is a good act or a bad act. Simple. As you keep doing the act, that starts sitting in the memory of your brain. Like you have a temporary memory. RAM, exactly. And this RAM, when it stores good act, suppose it's a good act. What happens is that after some time when the RAM gets, filled, it gets into your hard disk. That's your subconscious state. Yani if you go every day, you're feeding a poor. Or every day you're offering one flower to Shiva. When you do it every day, in your subconscious state, if one day, if you aren't feeling well, you become a little restless in your subconscious state. That means on that day, in your dream, you feel I'm missing out on something. You feel Shiva is calling you, or you feel you missed a temple. That is awakening you or telling you, cautioning you through subconscious state. For it to come under subconscious and pop up into your immediate dreams, your conscious state would have done it so many times. Then only it goes into your subconscious state. Okay. Still you've been doing. Then once it gets filled in your subconscious state, then that starts becoming your personality. Because even consciously or subconsciously, you cannot detach yourself to Shiva. When it becomes so strong, even subconsciously, and your personality starts getting attached to Shiva, you as a personality have created an ecosystem around you. This is called preparing the field. And on such field, now you start thinking and working, not like previous person, but you start thinking and working like Shiva himself. That act now which comes out of the most subconscious state of yours as an act. So this act is different from initial act. This karma is different from that karma. That act on the ecosystem that you have created starts training your unseen personality. A personality that you yourself do not know. That is Atma. And this Atma is something which will not leave you. So when it grows and starts giving fruit, it doesn't really matter who is handling that fruit when it falls down. Because that fruit will search for a right hand. I mean, the good, the righteous body. That is, we say that this Atma would have been a devotee in previous life. That's the reason it has chosen this body, we say. So what is the body here? Is that hand that is holding that fruit. And what is that fruit? That fruit is this Atma. That's the soul. So it's very important that we make that soul, we make that Atma. To make that Atma, look at the kind of actions we need to do for such a long, sustained period of time. And if that Atma is not there, that means the actual thinking, the personality of the person is lost. And such Shiva's atma, Ravana wanted. And he is a bhakta. He is a devotee. So he is detaching the whole essence of Shiva from Shiva. And whom is he going to pray after that? Which Shiva is going to pray after that? Where is Shiva after that? So what he wants? Ultimately to whom? For whom he wants Shiva? For his mother. Doesn't matter with the entire universe doesn't have Shiva. Do you call it as selfish? How many of you say this is selfishness? Raise your hands. Say, we don't have to do a shortcut hand. We can still do. Full marks would be given. Who feel it is not selfishness? Can you please enlighten me? What is the word you want to quote for Ravana at that moment? Me, one person cannot have both answers. Either you stick to selfishness or you say mother's love. You stick to selfishness. Who wants to say mother's love? Okay. A mother's love for him is important. Whom was he praying all these days? Or who is Shiva then? He is not Jagat Pita. So he did not love Shiva in that case. Never he loved Shiva. That's what you want to say. So his bhakti didn't have love for Shiva. He only prayed because he became a devotee because one fine day he would only use it for whatever reasons. That's selfishness, right again? So we are coming to the same word. Any other vocabulary, any other terminology you want to assign to Shiva? Please. There's no marks for this. You're not going to fail. You're not going to pass. If you don't open up even here, when will you open up to even know and understand, interact?
It's arrogance, the desire to...
Does all that fall again in the bucket of selfishness? Anything that you say, just close your eyes to think that will it fall ultimately in the bucket of selfishness? Yes, no. If no, then give me the new word. Does a person who has ego has selfishness? Ultimately selfishness. Fanatic bhakti is nothing but again selfishness.
Amma, is the mother also at fault, Amma, in this?
Huh?
In this case, is the mother also at fault? The mother.
No, we are not yet talking about the mother because by then Ravana was an extremely learned man. Okay, so after somebody getting donkey number of years as age and becomes learned, for how long we will talk about mother? Yes, whatever mother gave, good or bad. She never asked Ravana or never told Ravana that you are going to become the bhakta of Shiva one fine day to remove Shiva from Shiva. I don't think she would have told that. If she wants that, she would have told Ravana, go get me Atmalinga. She didn't tell, go get me Atmalinga. She cried and said, maybe I'd have done some sin, my dear. My son, maybe I would have committed some sin. In spite of she coming from Rakshasa Vamsa, she never said that. She said that maybe I would have committed some sin. That today, my dear, my baby, my son, I couldn't get you the prasadam. It was a Ravana. See, after a point, what happens? Parents play a major role in upbringing children, their character. Genes also plays a role, is what I want to also tell you here. Genetics. Mother's asura. Mother would have been softer. Mother's father, mother, we do not know. That's the reason they say in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, check for 7 generations when you give a girl or bring a boy. Bring a girl or give a send a girl. Things have changed so much. Even I am saying, bring a boy or give a girl. Doesn't really matter. So, that's the reason they say, see 7 generations. They were not fools when they told that. Because we do not know anywhere the asura mentality can come into the person. Say when you give a girl to a boy, we check. The boy's family also same checks about the girl. It is not that how rich they are monetarily, how rich they are by character. You understand now? So, ultimately we say Ravana is selfish. Why? He wanted to take away Shiva from Shiva. The Shiva who is the sole father for the entire universe. He brought. But what happened? Did the universal manifestation work or not? It did work. Who came? Bal Ganesha came. He came there. What does this show? He even got Atmalinga from Shiva. Look at that. Look at his, the kind of what a perseverance he had. Such strong fellow. Look at his bhakti. Rambha could not disturb him. No Apsarasa could disturb him. That means when he decided I should not get disturbed, he didn't get disturbed. This characteristic is called Asura character. That's it. They are not born with two horns and kind of a thing, all that. No. The personality. Get the point? He got what is impossible. But what happened? Universal manifestation made him do what again for which it becomes impossible for him to take the Shivalinga. That means Ravana also, when he tries to disturb the Dharma's ecosystem, Shiva may say yes, nature will not say yes to it. Shivalinga has gone like that, good for us. The main atma has gone away, but there's still that power is there at Mahabaleshwar. It didn't stop here. He has gone for the Swayamvara. Ramachandra, he got insulted there. He didn't stop. He went further. He used to tell Lakshmi, you should be in my Samrajyam. Hey moon, be a little more softer and nice. What not he has done in life. He had a beautiful wife. She was Pativrata. Mandodari. He was again blessed doubly because wife, mother, there's so many people to think for him. In fact, it's not like today's generation, right? Mother constantly, continuously is to pray for Ravana. Ravana himself has done so many penance and he got so many powers. Wife is Pativrata. Her only job, morning till night, next 24 hours, is just to wish for his prosperity. In spite of all this, who ultimately survived, Rama or Ravana? Who? But what do we do? And what happened because of the Ravana's act? None of his children survived. None of his children could survive. Why? Ravana's father is a great rishi. Did Ravana survive? Ravana's wife is an Apara Vaishnava devotee, great Pativrata. Did Ravana's children survive? No. Now you tell me. Why? In fact, Lakshmi ji used to stay in his house, ensuring the entire treasure gets filled. Ultimately, if your deeds, your karma doesn't go in the path of dharma, even our children are not spared. We could be Ravana also. Board of halal is written. We go and eat. We spend our hard-earned money there. Even if it is a Hindu restaurant, you all should know that rupee that's going to trouble and put the generations into trouble, because like Ravana Samrajyam and like Ravana's kingship troubled Sitamma. And this rupee that goes to this halal restaurants goes to kill a Hindu somewhere in the world. And that shrapam and that curse will come back to us and our children. It is not enough we come to temple and leave dharma in the back seat. You are steering to come here to temple, but your dharma is in back seat. Afterwards it gone in the trunk. Afterwards it was gone somewhere on